我今年33岁了。
I'm 33 years old this year, still unmarried and childless. I really regret it now. I regret not getting married earlier, delaying until my 30s. I really regret it now. Before 30 should be the best time to get married and start a family. But now I'm almost 40 and no one around me likes me. I'm all alone. Even when I'm sick, to put it bluntly, if I am over at home, no one will know.
都没有人看到你。
Logically speaking, there should be many domineering CEOs vying to pursue me. Vivacing to pursue you? Look at me, so naturally beautiful. I just don't understand why, after 35 years, no domineering CEO has appeared. Why would a domineering CEO pursue you? You've watched too many mindless wish fulfillment novels and TV dramas, assuming yourself a princess's life. Why are you making others take medicine? In China, the custom of the groom giving the bride a gift of money at weddings has a long history, symbolizing the groom's commitment to the marriage. In modern society, for some couples, the bride price is just a stepping stone to marriage, which they easily skip, either because of their wealthy families or because their values align. However, many couples hesitate at this hurdle. The groom's family feels the financial pressure, while the bride's family insists on not letting their daughters suffer. This tug-of-war gradually erodes their original affections, sometimes even leading to a breakup. We dated for 3 years. Actually, when we broke up, things were going quite well. We broke up because of the bride price issue. How long have you been separated? We've been separated for over a year now. A 28-year-old man from Shanghai broke up with his girlfriend of 2 years over a $70,000 betrothal. The other day, this 28-year-old man from Shanghai came to our shop. He broke up with his girlfriend from out of town because of the $70,000 dowry. This man was born in 1996, is a Shanghai native, works as a doctor in a top-tier hospital, owns a car and a condo, and is generally quite well off. His ex-girlfriend is 2 years older than him, 30 years old this year, from Tianjin, and currently works as a dance teacher. Her circumstances are average, and she has a younger brother. They met while playing a murder mystery game and dated for 2 years. Their relationship seemed quite stable. The blogger said that the woman's parents kept urging him to finalize the marriage, so the woman made an engagement demand, saying she wanted a $70,000 bride price. After the man's parents found out, they wouldn't allow their son to marry her. The boy felt that since they had been dating for 2 years, he didn't want to break up over the bride price, so he tentatively asked the woman, "Could you demand a smaller bride price, a few $100,000 RMB, just to go through the motions?" The girl refused, saying, "You don't love me at all, I just want to know how important I am to you." After much deliberation, the boy broke up with the girl. At first, the girl thought he was just being stubborn and didn't take it too seriously. However, the boy didn't contact her for a whole week. The girl couldn't help but call, but the boy coldly replied, "We've already broken up, don't contact me again." The girl was filled with regret and apologized to the boy, saying that the bride price of $14,000 would be acceptable, as long as they could continue their relationship. The boy remained silent for a long time, but ultimately refused. The girl broke down in tears, filled with remorse, but it was too late to change things. Recently, some short dramas are like, the domineering CEO falls in love with me when I'm menopausal. The domineering CEO falls in love with me when I'm penniless. The domineering CEO falls in love with me when I'm divorced and have 2 kids. Seriously, are these domineering CEOs out of their minds? These short dramas seem a bit funny and satirical, but in real life, some women do indeed have such dreams. So it reveals a truth. Whether a woman is 20 or 50, subconsciously she admires strength. But how many men in the real world are so outstanding and perfect, rich, handsome, and wealthy? Most importantly, he still crazily loves you. I was born in 1991. I'm 35 years old by Chinese reckoning. I have a bachelor's degree and I work for a foreign company in Shanghai as a white-collar worker. I don't know if I qualify as a traditionally high-quality older single woman. The so-called high-quality older single woman is worthless in the face of reproductive value. She can still have children before 40, so I want to get married before I turn 40. Now I want to find someone who doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't commit domestic violence, doesn't cheat, and isn't cunning.
出轨，没有800个新野子。
The blogger requires the man to be able to cook, respect her parents, be good to his wife, and be good to his children. She doesn't have many requirements regarding the man's height as long as he's over 1.65 meters. She said, I don't want a condo or a car. I didn't want a bride price before, but people say free things aren't worth much, so I'm asking for a $10,000 bride price. Anyone interested?
大不了找个有钱人嫁了。
At worst, I'll just marry a rich man, or I just want to marry a rich man. Okay, then I'll tell you something today. This might shatter many girls' fantasies. Rich people aren't fools. In this society, anyone earning over $1 million RMB a year is an elite, not like the Nouveau rich of 20 years ago. Even Nouveau rich want pretty women, right? They can provide you with economic value, but what can you provide in return? Everyone should understand this basic logic. If we're just ordinary people, wanting to find a rich man is simply wishful thinking. The probability is 0. Should girls ask for a bride price? This blogger advises unmarried girls to definitely ask for a bride price, especially if the groom's family is haggling over it.
我要告诉你，
I want to tell you that men from lower class families, if you don't ask for a bride price, they won't cherish you much. Instead, he'll boast to relatives and friends saying, Look, I got married for free. She even paid me. So let me tell you one thing, you absolutely must have a bride price. Although in many cases, many parents will give this money as startup capital for your family, and your in-laws won't dare to look down on you. But if you don't have money, they will look down on you. Not only will they look down on you, but you won't respect you at all, not even the most basic respect. So sisters, a bride price is a compensation for our reproductive value. You must remember this. Don't feel bad if others say your parents sold their daughter, or you think I'm asking for too much. No, you are not.
我89年的。
I was born in 1989, single and unmarried, what you might call an older leftover woman. Actually, I'm very self-aware. I know I'm getting older and I might become an older mother, so I've lowered my standards for a husband extremely. No car, no condo, no bride price. I'm even willing to pay the dowry myself, and even then, no one is interested. I'm wondering where I'll end up if I never get married, a nursing home or dying alone. Thinking about this makes me very regretful. Why didn't I get married and have 2 kids when I was younger?
轻的时候结个婚，生2个娃。
The blogger reminds young women to get married early.
男朋友他妈催我们结婚。
My boyfriend's mother is pressuring us to get married, but she can't accept the bride price our family is asking for. My boyfriend and I have been dating for over 4 years. His mother wants us to get engaged and married quickly, so she called my mother to ask how much the betrothal gift costs in our area. Her mother said that the bride price in our area is basically $22,500. His mother said she couldn't accept it, so my mom suggested the same arrangement as his sister's wedding, a price of $14,000 with gold and jewelry to be bought separately. His mom still disagreed. My mom asked his mom, what range are you willing to accept? His mom said $12,000 including gold and a meeting gift. Of course, our family couldn't accept that, but my mom didn't explicitly say she couldn't. She just told her, I can't make that decision. Our family needs to discuss it. Blogger Zhang Dali shared that after some bargaining, the groom's family finally agreed to a bride price of $17,000, including gold and jewelry and a meeting gift. Although the bride price was agreed upon, the boyfriend's mother was very firm. She told her son, you must marry this woman this year. If you're not married before the Lunar New Year, I absolutely will not give you the $17,000. These words not only increased the pressure on the boyfriend, but also worried the woman's mother, who feared her daughter would have a difficult life after marriage. Zhong Dali confessed that she had even considered breaking up, but couldn't bear to part with her boyfriend, leaving her in a state of inner turmoil. Finally, she sought help from netizens. How will you handle this situation?
只要他不给你彩礼，
If he doesn't give you a bride price, you should never marry this kind of man. So, if he's unwilling to provide you with a bride price or put your name on the house deed when you get married, let me tell you, he's actually wary of you. A bride price is about being materialistic. It's not that we're selling our daughter, it's a litmus test. Imagine you get married, leaving your hometown, your friends, your family, to live alone in a foreign city, joining their family. You bear their children, cook for them, do their laundry, and live with them for life, only to find they won't even give you a $14,000 bride price and won't even put your name on the house deed. It's obvious they don't consider you family.
就是想白嫖你。
Getting married these days is so difficult. My sister's wedding was a nightmare. The two families have been locked in a price war for a month or two, and it just won't end. The bride's side is adamant about $26,000, while the groom's side says they'll only offer $12,000. Because they can't agree on the price, the wedding is on hold. The two are actually very deeply in love. It's a true I've decided on you and you've decided on me kind of relationship. They just want to build a life together, but they can't agree on the bride price. Neither set of parents will give in. The bride side feels, I've raised you for so many years, fed you, and sent you to school. How much money has that cost? And you have a younger brother. Even if you don't think about yourself, you have to think about the family. What will happen in the future? The groom's family felt this was outrageous. They had already bought a car and a condo outright. Getting married should cost money. They should pay a bride price, but now they were asking for $26,000 plus the outright condo. How could that be possible? They refused. The blogger said that the young couple didn't dare to get married behind their parents' backs because both sets of parents were extremely controlling. If their children disobey, they dare to do anything. So the marriage is at a standstill, with neither family willing to back down. Do you think a bride price of $26,000 is too much for a wedding? In Hebei province, it's a normal price. In Hebei, it's $26,000. Do you think a dowry of $25,000 is too much for a wedding? No. Why? In Linfen City, we usually start from $40,000. If you're getting married, do you think a price of $25,000 is too much? Not much. Weddings are expensive, since it's the woman moving into the man's family home. If you're getting married, is a betrothal gift of $26,000 high? Of course it's high. Why? I just graduated. How much can I earn? Nationwide bride prices should align with Jinan City, Shandong Province has recently gone viral. Jinan's bride price is 31,800 yuan RMB, which suits 99% of families, symbolizing prosperity for all three families. The bride's family provides a car worth tens of hundreds of thousands of yuan as dowry. The groom contributes to the down payment on a condo, with both families contributing equally. The couple forms their own small family and jointly pays the mortgage. This aligns with 99% of Chinese families, don't you think? Xiao Ju, a young man from Shanxi, and his girlfriend have been dating for many years. In 2023, at the age of 35, he finally saved up $26,000 for the bride price. However, just as wedding preparations entered the countdown, the bride's family suddenly demanded an additional $4,200, claiming that the $26,000 was the bride price and the $4,200 was for buying 3 golden jewelry pieces. This sudden demand angered and disappointed Xiao Ju, ultimately leading him to make a decision that shocked everyone: to call off the engagement, quit his job, and use the money to travel. For many, $4,200 might not be much, but for Xiao Ju it was a heavy burden, as he worked for an ordinary property management company in Shanxi, earning only $560 a month. Previously, to save the $26,000, he lived a very frugal life. He kept his daily food expenses under $4, often eating steamed buns because they were filling and cheap. He avoided eating out and lived in a tiny rented room of less than 10 square meters in the suburbs. Through this extremely frugal lifestyle, he finally scraped together $26,000, including $2,800 borrowed from friends. With the wedding date fast approaching, the bride's family suddenly demanded another $4,200 to buy jewelry. This request was unacceptable to Xiao Ju. He tried to communicate and reach an understanding, but his girlfriend responded, "My best friend has one too." This argument completely destroyed their years-long relationship. Ultimately, Xiao Ju decided to quit his job and travel. In his profile, he wrote, "Besides getting married, what else can I do with this money? The world is so big, I want to see it." He also changed his online name to 26,000 around China. This wasn't a luxurious trip, but a journey of spiritual healing. He traveled through 15 provinces and visited 48 cities. He took slow trains, rode shared bicycles, or walked. He stayed in the cheapest hostels, even sleeping on park benches and eating the simplest instant noodles. This journey lasted over 7 months, and he only spent $5,600. Unexpectedly, he met a new love along the way. Now, although he still lives an ordinary life, he feels content. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.